Mr. Jeevan Khata, President of the Rotary Club of Belgaum, Mr. Prakash Agrawal, the Secretary of the Rotary Club, distinguished friends, Rotarians, invited guests, and friends. It gives me very immense pleasure to be with you for discussing or interacting certain features which we ought to know, need to know after the lockdown is being over. Ultimately, we need to find out, firstly, why lockdown. But before that, I would like to thank Sri Rajendra Belgaonkar for introducing me to the august audience. No one would have introduced me in a better way than what Rajendra has done it. So thanks for kind words, Rajendra. I will remember it forever. Coming to the topic in itself, demystifying broad actions to be taken after lockdown. Now here, I am going to discuss about, because there are many outcomes which are going to follow, but I am going to concentrate on only the financial angle and some angles which are connected with finance. So what are the important points? We cannot cover up all the points in the next 30, 40, 50 minutes of time. So we will have to select, we have to be selective, and I will be concentrating on some of the important points which everybody needs to know, needs to understand, and proper actions are required to be taken in future. Now you all are aware that we are facing two calamities at the same time. One is the deadly coronavirus and impact of that. And the second is, because of the impact of corona, we are going to have a recession, not only in India, but in the world throughout. Now you might be knowing that this is the first time after 102 years of time, we are going to face a pandemic. It was in 1918 when influenza pandemics was being there, the huge casualty was there in those particular days. Now in 2020, nearly after 102 years of time, now we are facing a totally devastating virus, which ultimately is not seen and ultimately getting our human beings killed in itself. So this is the first occasion that such devastation has taken place after the World War II is being concerned. So as a result of which now, we need to be cautious, we need to be careful, and we need to be proactive rather than reactive in the matter. This will continue for another 1.5 years or 2 years of time. That is what I initially think about. It may go longer or it may become shorter the moment at which vaccine is being identified. But the scientists say it will take minimum 1.5 years or 2 years of time for getting a vaccine. So till that time, what care needs to be taken so far as financial matters are concerned and other related matters are concerned? That's the major issue that we will have to look into. Now, one more aspect that I just wanted to bring to your notice is that many stalwarts in the country, like Narayan Murthy, like Rajiv Bajaj, the CEO of Bajaj Auto Limited, Pawan Verma, the member of the parliament of the JDU party in itself, have claimed that this lockdown should not be extended. It will create chaos rather than solving the problem. It should not be extended. Now, if you see the worldwide position in some of the countries, you can find out that in Italy, where the maximum number of casualties initially were noticed, they had a lockdown of 57 days. China in Wuhan was having 77 days of lockdown. Spain was having 57 days lockdown. France was having 56 days down. And in India now, we are having a lockdown of nearly 40 days, which may be extended, at least in the state of Maharashtra, especially in Pune and Mumbai. That is what I personally feel. So whether this lockdown was a correct solution to the problem or not, only future will tell us that whether the actions were appropriate or not. But it has really saved so many lives so far as our country is being concerned. You are aware that there are about 3 billion people in the world. They are under lockdown category. And when 3 billion people are doing that, then why our country also should not follow? the Prime Minister's ultimate decision remains to be seen in itself. Now, the major aspect is that because of the lockdown now, the economy has become sluggish in itself. And if it is continued long time, Pawan Verma says that there will be a chaos in the mind of migrant laborers, unrest will grow up, riots will take place, and as a result of which it will again harm the economy in itself. So if this is the case, whether what important things that we need to make it out. Our Prime Minister has already pointed out that 3 steps are being necessary. Stay at home, stay safe, have a social distancing, and avoid hugging, and always clean your hands for 20 seconds. So these using of masks is one more aspect that ultimately has been pointed out. So in this particular scenario now, we need to take care of ourselves so far as the matter is being concerned. If you see the total casualties and death of this particular coronavirus across the world, yesterday's figures, till the 30th of April, we can make it out that there are about 32,37,600 people who have been affected by this particular corona. Then about 2,28,830 people have died, and around 10,10,000 people have recovered from the coronavirus in itself. I don't call it as a disease, I am calling it as a coronavirus. In India, the situation is not much different. 33,050 are affected, 8,325 are cured, and 1,074 citizens have died in itself. Now, this has created a lot of difficulty in India, but the position comparatively seems to be in favor of the citizens of the country in itself. Normally, in the initial stages in India, the rate of getting affected through corona was becoming twice in 3 days of time. Now it is becoming in 10 to 11 days of time. Then the percentage has come down from 20% to 17%. That itself indicates that the lockdown is the only solution for the problem in itself. And that is what we are doing at present. Now, because of this corona now, so many difficulties have occurred. The first thing is that you have to close down your business. There is a financial loss. You have to give up your employment, whether temporary or permanent, another financial loss. And this is being done for the cause of betterment of humanity. And that is the reason why we will have to find out certain issues in this particular matter. Now, there are certain persons who are investing in so many avenues of investment. Some are shares, gold, mutual funds, then public provident funds, then life insurance policy, which talks about Jindagi ke saath and Jindagi ke baad, considering that the humans are going to create some kavach kundalas for their family in itself. So this is how the things are being looked at so far as the present day situation is concerned. And that creates a problem when there is no money, when there are no enough adequate bank balances, how the day-to-day expenses of the factory, of the profession, business occasion, or the household expenses, then the EMIs of the loans in itself, whether it is home loan, personal loan, then the education loan, car loan, etc., vehicle loans are being there, how these could be paid it out. So that's the major issue that we will have to look into so far as the technicalities are concerned. So in the light of this now, this is the preamble that I have just made it out. And now we are going to have a general emphasis on what is required to be done so far as the lockdown matter is being concerned. Now, because of this, you might be aware that 13 crore employees or persons have become unemployed. That percentage goes to 26%, which is highest in the country since our independence. Then the loans, etc., installments are in arrears for the last 4 months of time. Nobody has bothered to repay those particular loans. And that is the reason why the government has come with certain solutions in mind in itself. But before we go into the solutions suggested by the Government of India and Government of Maharashtra and other states, we need to find out what are the important point and care we need to take it out. So we will identify the problem first, and then we will have a solution to the problem. First is that you need to keep it in mind that in order to run the show, you must stay alive. So your life is very precious so far as the things are concerned. The reason is that you don't know the enemy. The enemy is invisible, and when it will come and attack you, nobody knows. Normally, it is found out, or it is found out that one dies only because of one's own error, because of, for example, consuming extra liquor, more liquor, or driving a car with a great speed, or driving a car with alcoholic impact on mind. So in that case, that will be the error of the person in itself who is no more. But in this case now, you are going to die, not because of your error, but it is because of the error of the other persons in itself. And you don't know whether the symptoms are visible or invisible on the other persons in itself. So some care is required to be taken in the matter in itself. Otherwise, anything can happen. And because of the negligence, or you may call it as a mistake of others or yours, you are going to lose your life in itself. Now, it is already said by some Marathi writers in itself that when such type of virus comes in, a person sitting on the chair, when he will go on the wall in a photo frame, having a garland of sandalwood, nobody will know and nobody will understand. You will be remaining there fixed forever. And that is the reason why extra care needs to be taken so far as the matter is being concerned. I always remember this particular a poem that has been written by Gadi Madgulkar in itself, Paradina hai jagati putra manavasa, which means nothing is in our hand. Everything is done by the God in itself. So better be secured in this particular aspect. And instead of giving attention on others, you need to make it out that you stay alive first, and then you can save the lives of others in itself. So keep this particular point in mind, that if you have to earn income, it will be income not only for you, but also for your family members. And in order to ensure that you get income for your family member, you should remain alive in itself. So this is the first aspect that everybody needs to know. And in this particular context now, I have to ensure that 3 actions are required to be taken by you so far as the technicalities are being concerned. Under the rule of probability, you might be knowing that if I ask you a question, how long you are going to remain alive, you will say that chances are 50-50. I may live, I may die. So as a result of which, according to the rule of probability, the coronavirus comes to your city in itself, chances are 50-50. So accordingly, if you remain alive, very good. But if you don't remain alive, what are the things which are required to address? That will be the major issue that you will have to look into. So first aspect that you need to cover is that you prepare a will informing all your legal heirs and spouse especially, that what are the investments that you are having, where these have been kept, and what are the liabilities that you are supposed to shoulder in case you are no more there in the house in itself. So first thing is that get the will prepared in your own handwriting, keep it as it is, nothing more than that. If you are having time, get it registered. It is always desirable that it should be registered. A medical practitioner should certify that you are having a sane mind while drafting the will in itself. Needs to be witnessed by at least 2 persons in itself, one of which should not be a lawyer. So in that particular case now, the will that is called as Mrityu Patra or Ichha Patra, that needs to be prepared. That's the one thing that what you need to make it out, which will give you an idea that what investment normally you are having, because many of the persons are not knowing how, where and how much investment they are made in the banks and other categories are concerned. So this will be the first issue that you will have to look into so far as the financial matters are being concerned. So that is the initial thing that what you will have to make it out. Then the second important thing which everybody forgets in their life, which is the most important aspect, is that whenever you are having any account, whenever you are having any investment, nobody makes a nomination, which is the mandatory requirement that you need to follow. If no nomination is being made, in that particular case, the family members after your death will be required to follow a very tremendous legal intricacies, and they may not get money for a year's time or 2 years of time, depending on the response that you are going to get. So always keep this particular point in mind. Whenever you are buying an investment, keep a nominee's name over there in itself. And if you are not nominated, first ensure that nomination is required in each and every case. I invite your attention on two important aspects. The first is in case of employees provident fund, and the second is equity shares bought by you from a public limited company. In these two cases, whatever nomination that you will be making, whether of your relatives, wives, or any other children or third party, the person whose name is specified will get the entire property. Your legal heirs, if the name is not there, will not be entitled for any sum from those particular two avenues of investments are concerned. But other investments such as movable property, immobile property, land, building, house, then other things which are other than these two, you can write any name. The person will not become the owner. He will become the trustee, and he will have to hand over the property to the legal heirs. So that's what the major point that you need to keep in mind, that nomination will be very, very important. Should there be any difficulty, always you ensure, meet the banker, give the letter in writing, obtain a rubber stamp, because always every time bankers say, no, your name is not there, you are not nominated the person in itself. So in order to ensure that whenever you are nominating a person later on, then in that case, the letter should be addressed to the branch manager, and rubber stamp of the bank should be ensured on the duplicate copy of the letterhead is being concerned. So keep this particular second point in mind in itself. And the third important point in the first point that I just wanted to bring to your notice, that try to ensure that you don't remain in the factory or office for a longer period of time. The time management rule should be followed. What is the time management rule? It is called as 80-20 rule. Now it is being presumed by the various economists, as well as it has been approved and confirmed by these persons, that whenever you go to office and whatever time that you spend in the office, 80% of the work you are doing with 20% of time, and the remaining 20% work is being done in 80% time that is left over. So the entire work, to the extent of 80%, you do it within 20% of time. So devote only 20% of time in the office in itself, initially, at least for the next 6 months of time, so that contact with the common people, contact with the laborers, contact with the persons who could be affected by the corona can be reduced substantially. So that is what the third major point in the first category just pointed out, which you have to consider and think about it, how much of them or how much of it is applicable to you in itself. So these are the first 3 points, three actions which you are expected to take in the first para or first point that I'm just making it to your, bringing it to your notice. Then the second important point that I'm just inviting your attention is on investment, devaluation of Indian rupee, inflation, and confidence creation impact on your in your economic factors are concerned. Now you are aware the share markets have crashed recently. Not only share markets have crashed, the mutual funds who are dependent on equity funds of the mutual funds, including the debt mutual funds, have suffered severe losses. The profits earned in the last 5 years by mutual fund has completely been evaporated, and they are in red now. The foreign investors and foreign institutional investors who had paid the money are now withdrawing their money from Indian market. And as a result of which, normally common man was investing in mutual fund. Now they have started withdrawing from mutual fund as well. If you see the position of the mutual fund, nearly 24 trillion rupees, which are invested in mutual fund, 13 trillion rupees which are invested in debt mutual fund. In short, what you need to make it out is that out of 13 million trillion debt market fund, hardly 28,000 crore rupees were the debt mutual funds of Franklin Templeton. And the reason as to why this particular thing has happened is because of the loss of faith amongst the investors are concerned. Recently, I had an occasion to have an interaction with the chartered accountants where Harish Salve was to address in itself. So in that case, Mr. Harish Salve pointed out that the main aspect which you need to cover in the entire country is the lack of faith of the investor in the share market. And that is the main reason why mutual fund, especially the Franklin Templeton Fund, 6 schemes of that particular fund worth rupees 28,000 crores have been put off for, you may say, at a scarcity reason, or you may call it as a for having no funds. And now there will be a big haircut for the investors in this particular scenario is being concerned. Now these foreign investors have lost in this particular investment in share market and mutual fund on 2 counts. One was when they entered into the share market, the rupee value was comparatively low. And when they opted out from the share market in itself, the rupee value was very high. So as a result of which now, you need to make it out that when they invested money in share market, the rupee value was less, which means that they got little less amount in India when they invested in Indian market. But when they went out, the rupee value was comparatively lower as compared to US dollar was concerned. And they bought it at 58 rupees, but sold it out so that they had to get back that dollar at 76 rupees in itself. So they lost on both the counts is the major issue that what we'd like to look into. Now you will ask, what is the reason why I'm discussing these particular points with you? The main reason is that if there is a devaluation of Indian rupee, all the imports that what we are having from various countries where the exchange normally takes place in US dollars, always we have to pay more amount. And when we pay more amount, in that particular case, our price in the local market, in the domestic market, goes up. For example, we import nearly about 27% of minimum fuels, oils, waxes, bituminous substances, etc. 14% are pearls, precious, semi-precious stones. 10% is electrical machinery. Nuclear reactors are 10%. Organic chemical 4%. These are the major imports I'm just bringing up. Out of this, 16% of the import comes from China, 6% comes from United States, 6% comes from United Arab Emirates, 5% each from Saudi Arabia and Switzerland. In almost all countries, we have to pay dollars. And when we have to pay dollars, all our import that we are effecting into ultimately has to be paid in Indian rupees, which will be very high. And amount that has been paid by us comparatively by common man in the country will be on the higher side. So imports will be becoming costlier, and our standard of life, for example, petrol, oil, or some other electric instruments, etc., almost all items will become costlier. Now, not necessarily we have to think about the devaluation of rupee, but we have to see again that if the price goes up, for example, $1,000, some 7,60,000 rupees have been paid. So it was 5,80,000 initially. Now we are paying 7,60,000. But the import duty, that is customs and other things, will not be charged on 5,80,000. It goes on 7,60,000 rupees, and there is a cascading effect on this particular price. So even if amount increases, say 1 paisa, ultimately it reaches to several rupees in our real practice is being concerned. I can give you 2-3 illustrations for that in itself. Now, for example, take the case of gold. Now, nearly 1,000 tons of gold is being imported by our country. because we are not self-sufficient in this particular line. If 1 paisa in a dollar is being devaluated, which means that $1 is equal to say 75 rupees, and it goes to $1 to 75 rupees and 1 paisa, then in that case, the price of the gold for 10 grams comes to 80 rupees more, or per gram it increases by rupees 8, which means that 1 paisa can create lot of complications in the overall valuation of the gold factor is being concerned. This is not necessarily only in the case of gold. It happens everywhere. And that is the reason why I invite your attention on the fact that in the year 2014, the currency rate for Indian rupee with that of US dollar was 58. Now today it has become 76, which means that 18 rupees is the increase. So as a result of which, now think in that particular term, if 1 paisa can increase 8 rupees per gram, 80 rupees for 10 grams, how much it would have increased for 18 rupees. So this is only because of devaluation. It is not the inflationary trend in the world market. If that inflation in the world market goes, that is another issue that we will have to look into. It is our own fault that because of the devaluation now, we are going to get this a huge amount that we have to pay, which is nothing there but a crunch on our pocket money. That's what the first thing that what I will have to bring it to your notice. So in addition to this 8 rupees, you have to consider customs duty, you have to consider GST, you have to consider local taxes, which will be on the additional amount that you will have to pay, which means that consumption item, the gold is a symptomatic item that I told you, is a representative item I have told you. Many items such as similar categories, if they are imported, they are having larger impact on this particular value. So import becomes costlier is the important issue that what we will have to look into so far as the technical matter. And in the times to come now, the rupee is going to be devaluated, and the risk of inflation in India cannot be ruled out. Already it has started moving out in that particular direction, and the government of India appears to be having a financial crunch. So as a result of which, they have decided to print out currency notes in itself. And as like our old economics aspects are telling us, whenever there is more circulation of money, the price goes up, inflation goes up. The same thing is going to happen in the next 1.5 years of time. So if you are a person who is selling out certain products, keep this particular inflationary trends in mind and arrange accordingly the prices of your products which you are going to sell. And ultimately ensure that 6.5% minimum inflation is required to be taken into account in this particular matter. So keep this aspect in your mind in itself. Recently now the currency war has grown up in Chinese yuan and US dollar, as a result of which now the Chinese are having highest foreign currency reserve with them with $3.06 trillion, which is highest in the world in itself. India is having around $40 billion, not $400 billion with them in itself. So 10 times more reserve is there with China. And in the year 2022-23, the America is expected to repay the bonds which ultimately were issued to China for buying certain products from China. These are huge in number in itself. So at that point of time, in the next 1.5 years and 2 years of time, the dollar is going to get some sort of an impact in itself. And as a result of which, we need to consider that whether dollar, though becoming weak in terms of other currencies are concerned, it will not become weak so far as the Indian currency is concerned, and it will rupee will fall down, may go above 80 rupees in the next near future of 1.5 years of time. As a result of which, imports will go up, and ultimately we will have to pay price for that. Inflation is going to go up is the major issue that what we need to make it out. In this entire scenario, there is a silver lining. those who are dealing in FX trading, foreign exchange trading, they are going to have a good days in the next 6 months of time to come. India's rupee is falling down. They can have a FX trading in this particular category and can earn sizable money so far as FX trading is being concerned. So in the light of that now, this silver lining is only there in FX trading. Other than that, there is no chances that inflation can come down or you can earn money unless you increase the money in itself. Recently, our income has also dropped down. The reason is that the central government has reduced rates because of the decrease in the repo rate by Reserve Bank of India in the small savings schemes, right from 0.7% to 1.4%, which means that public provident fund will earn less, then monthly income scheme will earn less, national savings certificate, around 12 small savings schemes are there. They will get less amount by 0.7% to 1.4%. Take for example, the monthly income exemption, monthly income scheme was getting 7.6% interest. So in a year's time, you were getting 7,600 rupees. Now they have reduced the rate to rupees 6. They are reduced to rate to 6.6%, which means that you are going to get only now 6,600 rupees. There is a shortfall of 1,000 rupees. Now 1,000 is a very small sum so far as the common man is concerned. But take in terms of the percentage says that the percentage of decreasing income is nearly 15%. So as a result of which, in the next year to come, if your investment happens to be in small savings scheme, you are going to get only 85% of the scheme, 85% of the income. Your income will be reduced by nearly 15%. That's the major issue that we would like to look into so far as the things are concerned. In 1 year term deposit, the rate has been down by 1.4%, which will decrease your income by 20% margin, which means that in the times to come now, your income is going to be reduced and the inflation is going up. So that will be the strategy that we'll have to find out in the times to come in itself. And as a result of it, you will have to look into the matter and find out what actions are required to be taken in this particular scenario is being concerned. So this is the second financial angle that what I have just brought to your notice. Now certain permanent, third point, certain permanent arrangements are required to be made considering our Honorable Prime Minister's dictum in itself, having a social distancing norm. So I would suggest that modify your office arrangement to keep a social distancing in mind in itself. No one should be allowed to meet the entrepreneur except through intercom. So intercom will be the media through which you can contact and avoid the contact with the other person in itself. If the person is a very valued customer and a very sincere friend, then the sitting arrangement in your cabin should be modified in such a way that ultimately the distance in between the valued customer and you will not be less than 1 meter. I have made myself in my office that the arrangement has been made in such a way that I have removed my chair from the cabin in itself and put a sofa over there in itself, as a result of which now some of the valued customers who would like to have an interaction with me, they were pulling out that particular chair near the table in itself, and ultimately the distance was getting reduced in itself. So I have kept a very heavy sofa over there in itself, and even if they so desire, they will not be in a position to pull up that particular sofa, and proper distancing can be kept in itself. So ensure that this is being done, because this is a permanent arrangement at least for next 2 years or till the time when vaccine is being identified in itself, you will have to make in itself. So always keep a safe distance and do not allow every person to come inside your cabin in itself. Laborer can contact you because they are the high risk density employees in itself, so far as corona factor is being concerned. Otherwise, if you allow them to come inside the cabin in itself, you will be making a self goal, and you might become a victim of that in itself. So always keep the same factor in your factory or the place of work in itself. No two employees should allow to work having a distance of less than 1 meter is being concerned. And this should be strictly monitored by keeping a CCTV footage in itself, which you personally should take into account. A separate person needs to be appointed and actions are required to be taken. If instructions are to be given, nowadays everybody is having a mobile. You can interact with them through mobile, or you can call them or send a message on WhatsApp, or as like the one that what we are doing, a Zoom media can be useful to you. But keep it in mind that no personal contact should be ensured. No direct contact should be carried out, especially with the laborers are being concerned. Because I have already pointed out that corona density in this type of category is on the higher side. I always remember, don't commit error in this particular category in itself. If you commit an error, I remember the judgment given by Justice Bhagwati Prasad, which he had said that some reporter went to him and asked him a question. Sir, you are writing such a very good judgments throughout your life in itself. How is it that you can write such good judgments? Then the answer given is very, very important. He said that judgment comes after an experience, and experience comes after a bad judgment. So learn from your own errors. And now, since the other parts of the world have given you a message, keep social distancing, keep other persons away in itself, learn from the errors of others, learn from the errors committed by Italy, America, and Spain, and try to keep social distance in the mind in itself. Keep this particular point in your agenda, that in even by committing an error or committing by mistake, you will not have a self goal in your factory in itself. Coming to the fourth point, comparatively important so far as the entrepreneur and general persons are concerned, that is pertaining to the insurance factor. Now, there are three types of risk that everybody needs to envisage. The first risk is low risk. Second risk is called as moderate risk. And the third risk is being called as high risk category. Now, low risk is always to be ignored, not to be worried about. Moderate risk is required to be shouldered. You should become courageous enough to shoulder the responsibility. And the third is high risk, which is required to be transferred. So low, moderate, and high risk to be assumed, to be ignored, and ultimately to be transferred. Now here, the first thing so far as the insurance factor is being concerned, you need to take into account the first important aspect of insurance policy, and that is life insurance policy. Now, there are very many policies which are in operation. I would not suggest that, but I will concentrate on only term insurance policy, or if you are having adequate more money, then a mix of certain endowment and term policy in itself. Now, I would suggest that you should have a term insurance policy. There are two types of term insurance policy. One is the right of term insurance policy, and the second is the right back term insurance policy. In case of right of insurance policy, premium is less, but in the right back policy, a little bit, some 1% premium is more in itself. Now, what will happen with these two policies? I will just keep it up. Now, when you take a term insurance policy, firstly, we will identify the quantum at which you should have this policy. The quantum should be equal to all loans outstanding on your head, all other liabilities other than secured liabilities, plus 100 lakhs of rupees to take care of your family members. So, all outstanding loans, all outstanding personal liabilities supposed to be paid, plus rupees 100 lakhs as of today. It will go on increasing after every year in itself, 150, 200, and so on. But as of today, 100 lakhs is sufficient amount so far as the things are being concerned. These 100 lakhs, payment of all liabilities, and the secured, unsecured loans raised by you for the betterment of your factory and office shop, etc. is concerned, will not be a liability on your family members, and with the help of 100 lakhs of rupees, they can continue their life in the remaining part of their life is being concerned. So keep this particular point in mind in itself, and I would rather suggest that go for a government company, which is Life Insurance Corporation of India. other as compared to other private sector companies are concerned. Now, whenever you are selecting an insurance company, only one aspect that you need to take into account, what is your claim ratio? If the claim ratio is 100%, then only you should opt for that particular company. Life Insurance Corporation is having a claim ratio of 99.98% as compared to the second one, 94.66% of the other private sector insurance companies, which means that for one flimsy ground, they can reject your claim. That should not happen. And that is the reason why I'm suggesting that in case you are deciding to have a insurance policy, then in that case, it should go to the Life Insurance Corporation of India. One more aspect why I am suggesting to this is that there is a Life Insurance Corporation Act which has been devised by the Parliament of India, and there is a sovereign guarantee for the principal sum and bonus given by Government of India to the insured person is being concerned, which is absent in case of all other private insurance companies are concerned. So keep this particular point in mind so far as the technicalities are concerned. Now, the second part is about the premium. I told you that endowment premium is on the higher side, the term insurance premium is on the lower side. I am suggesting you the term insurance premium. Now, in case of write-off of premium in itself category, that policy you should not avail. Even if 1% amount is required to be paid by you in write-back policy, that also can be availed by you in itself. Now, say for example, you have got a policy for 10-15 years of time, and in those 10-15 years of time, you don't die. In that particular case now, the write-off policy, the entire premium will be lost. You will not get any amount from the insurance company. You will get the amount only when die. So in that case, 10-15 years, you have to die. And if you don't die, the money is lost forever in itself. In case of write-back insurance policy, which IRDA has made it mandatory for all insurance companies, that in case the person doesn't die and he has paid you 1% more premium, then the entire premium that has been paid by the insured person to the insurance company will be returned without bonus. That's the important point wherein your attention is being invited. So your interest will be lost, only will be the situation. But if you die, then a cover of 1 crore, 2 crore, whatever the cover is being there, that you can insure yourself. And that is the reason why you need to concentrate on this particular important figure. Now, if you are doing your business on your own, this is the solution. But if you are doing a business with the help of some persons in a partnership concern, and you are only an investor and the technology is being given by some other person in itself, I would rather suggest in this corona pandemic now, you should have a Keyman insurance policy worth rupees, the amount of investment plus loans, etc., that has been invested by you and the liabilities created by the partnership. So in case that Keyman dies, that person who is ultimately having the knowledge power dies, the entire money you can receive, and as a result of which you can be saved from financial crunch. Financial liabilities will be decreased to a sizable extent in itself. Some wise customers, studious persons are investing in unit-linked insurance plan because the premium that has been paid for coverage of insurance is much lesser than the insurance premium paid to the insurance companies are being concerned. So as a result of which, but remember one point, that if your age is up to 45 years, you should go for ULIP insurance plan. If your age is more than 45, the insurance premium is greater than what you now will be paying to the insurance companies are being concerned. So keep this particular point in mind. If you are going for unit-linked insurance plan investment option, if the age is up to 45, go in for that. Insurance cover also will be there. Your investment also will be secured. Amount that has been received at the time of maturity also will be exempt under the income tax law. So as a result of which, ULIP will be advisable till the age of 45. After 45, it is not advisable because the insurance premium is being paid from the amount that has been paid by you, and the amount which is segregated to the investment becomes very less. And as a result of which, maturity amount decreases. So it is not advisable to have a unit plan in this particular category being concerned. In case now there you are the only loan proprietor owner and you are having only liabilities and no chances of coming back from the business or profession is being concerned, and you are a debt trapped person in itself, but still would like to save the family and your spouse from the calamities which are likely to occur in case corona catches you. There is one policy which is available to all of you, which is called as Married Women Right to Property Act policy under 1874 law. In that particular case, if you purchase the policy as like a life insurance policy, it is life insurance coverage only. And when you buy that, ultimately the person will be getting the policy, the person will die, the person who is the owner of the property will die, but ultimately will the spouses and the children of the concerned person will not be required to pay the entire amount in itself. As a result of which, Married Women's Right to Property Act will protect the family, the bankers, the creditors, or even an attachment received from the courts of various jurisdictions. They cannot attach the insurance policy and the proceeds that has been received from life insurance policy is being concerned. So always keep this point in mind that if you are having some liabilities and you don't want that your family members to suffer in itself, the alternate option that is available to you is Married Women's Right to Property Act policy that will help you not only help you in direct sense, it will help you indirectly because after your death, ultimately the spouse will get the first preference and the children also will get the right in the property in itself. If spouse is not alive, children are entitled for this particular share in itself. Now there is always a tussle. Next point I'm just making out in the insurance is the employer-employee relationship policy in itself. In case a death occurs, there is a special policy for which business expenditure is being allowed. And in case you are being forced to pay some amount in itself, then in that particular case, the employer-employee insurance policy will be of some help. In the times to come, when the lockdown increases, there are chances that riot and unrest events are likely to increase. So it is advisable that because of the unemployment growth, the laborers will force you to keep them on employment in itself, and a tussle may start in between these two. As a result of which, some riots, unrest could happen, and as a result of which, you need to ensure that riot and unrest insurance at a very nominal price, maybe of 50,000, 1 lakh of rupees you can always have, and the amount of premium is very negligible in itself. I am rather suggesting you, instead of removing all the employees in itself, you can call them on 50% salary, and an alternate day they can be called for work in itself. In addition to that, everybody knows fire and special peril policy that always can have you, that I need not explain to you in itself. Then one more aspect that I just wanted to invite your attention on would be the home loan insurance policy. Banks are always deceiving the customer, saying that the value of the house should be the policy of insurance in itself. So insurance policy is taken not on the amount of loan by few banks, but on the entire value of the loan, which incorporates value of the land as well. But I'm suggesting you that 1/3 of the price of the land is required to be deducted. So ensure that it needs to be deducted. But I'm going beyond that. There is one more policy which common customers and investors are not knowing, and that is called as mortgage house loan policy, which means that whatever loan that you have taken, that loan will be the amount for which insurance policy will be issued, and every year it will be renewed with the amount reduced for the amount of installment that what you have paid. So if you have taken a loan of 10 lakhs of rupees, in the first year it will be 10 lakh. If you are refunded 1 lakh of rupees in the current year, then 9 lakh will be the amount, then 8 lakh, 7 lakh. So accordingly, your insurance premium will go down, which in other cases where the banks are insisting, every year the insurance premium goes up because there is an increase in the value of premium every year. So this is the one way that you can look into this particular matter. If you happen to be a doctor or if you are running a hospital, chances are there that third-party liability insurance needs to be enhanced, because in the times to come, it is possible that the negligence will be allowed, negligence will be pleaded by the person's relatives in itself. And as a result of which, if the death, even though occurs due to COVID-19, ultimately they will say it is the negligence of the hospital or negligence of the doctors in itself, and the claim might be filed in the courts in itself. In order to avoid such type of litigation and the liability that is likely to occur from this particular litigation, a third party insurance of nearly 50 lakhs to 1 crore rupees. Amount of premium is very low. Hardly you will get 50 lakhs of worth of insurance, third party liability at a price of say 6 to 10,000 rupees in itself. But that is very, very important that you need to keep it in mind in itself. In addition to that, loss of property and loss of profit that is ignored by almost all persons in itself needs to be taken care of, and insurance needs to be paid at least for next 2 years in itself. That will solve my major difficulties in the times to come. Now, two policies are totally neglected because the premium is very low and provided under the social security measure by the government of India is being concerned. Now, you might be remembering that Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Kavach Bima scheme, which is available to you for an accident coverage to the extent of 2 lakhs of rupees per person on a premium of rupees 1 per month, 12 rupees per year in itself. So, how many number of family members are there? You pay 12 rupees per person and ensure that, because corona is an accident. That's what the lawyers are talking about so far as the technicalities are being concerned. Because all of a sudden it has come, it has caught you. Nobody knows that accident has taken place. Now, whether the courts will decide this is an accident or not, but at least we can ensure ourselves that by paying 12 lakhs of rupees, by paying 12 rupees in itself, we can ensure a sum of rupees 2 lakh per person per family member in itself. So normally, since the amount is very small, it is being ignored. Nobody knows that whether such type of insurance premium has been paid or not. So I'm repeatedly bringing it to the notice to the Rotarians that ensure that you have paid that 12 rupees and tell your family members, including your wife, that this amount has been paid from this and this particular account number, because that account number is required to be specified. And the second insurance policy, which is again a social security measure that has been introduced by the government of India that needs to be covered up, is the Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, which is available for a premium of rupees 330 per person, and on any count, if the person dies, no reason, any reason that can be considered, then you will get a proceed of 2 lakhs of rupees through the premium in itself, through the insurance proceeds in itself. So 330 rupees is the insurance premium, and 2 lakhs of rupees is the value of proceed that you are likely to get under this particular policy. But note one point, that these two insurance premiums are required to be paid by the concerned insured before 31st of May 2020. Keep it in mind. No extension is allowed any year. Even in the current year also, it will not be allowed. That is what the notification says. So ensure that, ask your banker to get this particular 330 rupees and 12 rupees per person, per family members in itself, and ensure that 4 lakhs of rupees at least are being insured in this particular case. So this is what the initial stage, point number 4, which I'm just bringing it to your notice in itself. Coming back to the generation of demand for a common public, common entrepreneur is being concerned, it's a very difficult job which is there in front of you. After a lockdown, economic recession is going to follow. That is another thing, difficulty that we'll have to face, not only in India, but it will be world over. And as a result of which, our economy is going to become standstill, on standstill level. So neither the laborers will be available, migrant laborers perhaps might be flying away, and as a result of which, you will have to find out the customers rather than customers finding you in itself. It has always been pointed out whether Muhammad should go to the mountain or mountain should go to the Muhammad in itself. So this is the line of action that we'll have to keep it in mind. And as a result of which, when customers are not coming to you, you need to go to the customers in itself with lucrative hand in your lucrative cash in your hand, having a tie-up with the not with the banks. I'm suggesting not banks. I'm suggesting only finance companies because they are more aggressive in this particular area. So contact finance companies in itself and ensure that a tie-up is being made and whatever requirements of the customers are being there, those can be given with the tie-up method. If you are healthy enough in so far as the wealth structure is being concerned, you can think of even giving the goods on credit in itself, and later on you can get those particular debtors hypothecated with the bank and can manage the funds in itself. So I would suggest that since there is a slum, there is a scarcity of funds in the hands of the common investors in itself, common customers are being concerned, I would rather advise you to reduce the prices of the goods in itself, because there are chances that GST will be reduced to 5% across the country in itself. And if that happens, ultimately, the prices will come down. But in general, if you can reduce the prices of the goods in itself, perhaps the customer will be ready. Those who are having optimum cash with them in itself can buy the products that what you are buying. But I would not suggest that go into 100% activity right from the day one. The lockdown is being over. It should be gradually increased from 30%, 40%, 50%, depending on the outcome products which are being sold out. Otherwise, you will have a long inventory with you for which no customers will be there, and your working capital will get locked in this particular category being concerned. Always keep this particular point in mind and ensure that you are going to the customer. Don't become lazy in going to the customers in itself. I remember a story, because this laziness is common in our mankind in itself. One day, mother goes to the son and tells, son, get up, you have to go to the school. The son says, no, mom, I don't want to go to school. Then the mother thought that the son is a little bit tired, so may not be in a position to get up just now. So she waits for another 5-10 minutes of time and again comes back. Son, get up, you have to go to the school. Then again, son reiterates the same answer. No, mother, I don't want to go to school. Then mother says, what is wrong with you? Get up, I will, in the meantime, I will have a breakfast for you in itself. And the mother goes. After 10 minutes of time, again the mother comes and a stick in her hand now, and puts that stick to the son in itself, only daunting at him, saying that, son, get up, you have to go to the school, in a loud voice. Then again son says, no ma'am, I don't want to go to school. Then mother gets irritated, says, tell me 2 good reasons why you don't want to go to school. Then the son says, why 2? I can give you 100 reasons for giving the not going to the school. Reason 1, my friends, students do not love me. Second, my teachers hate me. Then the mother said, oh, these are not the 2 good reasons as to why you should not go to the school. Get up and go to the school. Then the son again retracts, saying that, mother, you are telling me, go to the school, go to the school, go to the school. Tell me 2 good reasons as to why I should go to the school. Then the mother says, I can give you 100, but I'll give you 2 now only. Number 1, you are 52 years of age and you are the principal of the school in itself. So this laziness is there everywhere, despite of your age in itself. And that is the reason why don't become lazy. Ensure that you are reaching to the point and ultimately reach the destination where ultimately you are thinking about reaching in itself. Now, the next point I'm just making out, which is the common thing, the financial crunch, how to solve the financial crunch in itself. Before that, just I can brief you about the certain important points. Recently, the Reserve Bank of India, under the first stimulus that has been given by the Reserve Bank of India, had pointed out that a 3 months waiver will be given to the borrowers who are ultimately expected to pay their installments in itself. So 3 months moratorium was being considered in this particular category. The common borrower did not understand that whether this type of facility that has been given by the Reserve Bank of India was a blessing or was it a curse? Because nobody was knowing that. They were simply identifying that's a temporary solution is being given. We don't have funds, better that we can pay the amount after 3 months of time was being concerned. I have personally analyzed this entire situation and have reason to believe, as well as confirmed by facts through Excel sheets, that the moratorium that has been given by the concerned Reserve Bank of India is a curse on the borrower in itself. I can give you some statistics in itself. For example, if you are having a home loan for 20 years, rate of interest is 8.5%, total installments to be paid are 240, and the monthly installment EMI is 43,000 rupees odd. Now, if you pay the entire amount on time, you are supposed to pay interest to the extent of 54 lakhs of rupees, 54.14 lakhs. Now, consider a situation, 5 situations I have considered, that you have availed the loan and immediately this particular moratorium has been granted. So your repayment starts after 3 months of time. So in that case, the total amount that you are supposed to pay goes up from 54.14 lakhs to 60.28 lakhs, thereby increasing your EMIs by 15 in itself. So you were supposed to pay only 240 installment. By giving a moratorium of 3 months of time, not paying in the first 3 months of time, your EMI goes to 255, which means that for 3 months of delay, you are expected to pay 15 additional installment of 43,000 rupees odd. Now, second case that you have not paid you are regularly paid for 60 months of time, and later on you have paid a 3 months moratorium in itself. In that case, you have to pay total interest of 57 lakhs of rupees in itself. So amount to be paid is around 3.47 lakhs in total. The excess installment required to be paid are 8. So which means that 248 installments are required to be paid. Accordingly, the position goes on for 60 months, additional 8 months, 120 months, 5 installment additional, 180 months, 2 additional installment, and 210 months, 1 additional installment is required to be paid. So keep this particular point in mind, that right from 31,000 rupees to 6,14,000 rupees, additional sum is required to be paid is the major issue that what we'll have to look into. Now, this was the case of home loan. The other can be only the second representative case, car loan. Now, in case of car loan, I have considered 84 installment, and accordingly, if you pay after 3 months of time, additional 4 installments are required to be paid. If you pay after 24 months of time, 3 installment additional you have to pay, 2 and 1, accordingly 36 and 48 months additional you have, after 38 and 36 and 48 months of period you are paid, installments are required to be paid. So keep this particular point in mind so far as the technicalities are being concerned. Now, keeping this particular point in mind now, the GDP growth in India is hardly below 0%. Then in the last 40 days of time, nearly 17 lakh crores have been lost. It is very difficult to recover money from debtors. The loan installments are required to be paid. So I'm suggesting, this is not mandatory, I'm suggesting, in order to remove your crunch, as like what Cosmos Cooperative has done in Pune, the same thing should be applied to the other banks, and your existing credit facility should be increased by 25% of the existing limit. So if you are having a credit facility of cash credit to the extent of rupees 10 lakhs, it can be requested to the bank that my facility should be increased by 25%. So 12.5 lakhs will be the cash credit facility that you will be having. So keeping this particular point in mind now, the first answer that I have given is that increase the financial crunch by enhancing the credit limits to the extent of 25%. Then second important point that you need to understand that repo rate is being decreased to 4.4%. Liquidity leverage ratio has been brought down from 100% to 80%. Reverse repo rate has been also brought down to 3.75%. Everything is being done. Common man doesn't understand what is this. Now, only two things I will bring it to your notice. Reserve Bank has done this for bringing liquidity to the banks in itself. 50,000 crore rupees has been given to the NABARD, SIDBI, NHB, and these big financial institutions. What for these have been given? These have been given to increase the liquidity so that they can pay or advance loans to the common customer so that demand will grow. And when the demand will grow, the economy will again start come back into the normal level is being concerned. But ultimately, in reality, what we have seen, the reality is the other way around. Reserve Bank has kept the doors open, floodgates open for the banks. But the bank has taken that entire flow with them and again reinvested that particular amount to the extent of 6.8 lakh crore, 6.8 lakh crore rupees with the Reserve Bank of India in itself. 6.8 lakh crore in the Reserve Bank of India under reverse repo scheme in itself, with the result that Reserve Bank has to come out with a solution stipulating that the reverse repo, where the money was being allowed to be kept, has been brought down from 4% to 3.75%, and it would become very difficult for the bank to invest money in Reserve Bank of India, and rather that they will have to invest that money with the corporate bonds, or they will have to give loans to the various customers who are in need of money. So that is the intention of the Reserve Bank of India, and that is how the matter is moving up. Now, what needs to be done by the bank? It is also dependent on the banks, because whether customers will reach to the bank or not, or banks will reach to the customer, as like what ICICI Bank followed in the initial years to get the deposits in itself. Same thing needs to be done, and that is what is being expected by the central government. But our typical government mentality has been found in the bankers, and as a result of which now it is becoming very, very difficult for the common customers to get money from the bank, and bankers are not willing to keep that particular funds with them. They are rather keeping that particular funds with the Reserve Bank of India. I have identified one reason as to why the bankers are reluctant to advance money to the bankers in to the customers in itself. The employees of the public sector banks or any other banking institution where some government funds are being kept, the employees of such banks are covered under the Prevention of Corruption Act, which is the most important act for eradication of corruption is being concerned. So as a result of which, when the person is being considered, though not directly the employee of the government, he is indirectly being considered as employee of the government, and that is the reason why all bankers, especially chairman, vice chairman, executive director, general managers, deputy general managers, who are the sanctioning authorities, are comparatively reluctant to finance money to the common customers are being concerned. So unless that law is being modified, we cannot expect a major change over there in itself. And the measure that has been taken by Reserve Bank of India is a long-term measure. They have advanced to NABARD, they have advanced to SIDBI, they have advanced to NHB. Now NHB cannot advance directly to the customer. They have to advance it to the bankers, and bankers in turn will advance the money to the common investors or common borrowers are concerned. In the light of that now, unless the bankers become efficient, I don't foresee any reason as to why the persons will get, borrowers will get money in this particular category. Now, under the MSME Act, there is a good new provision that has been made by the Government of India. And in that, the bill is already passed by the Rajya Sabha, but not approved by the Lok Sabha so far because of the various disruptions those have taken place in the last year. But it's a very welcome decision, which is very important, not only to the businessman, but also to the professionals as well, like me, even a chartered accountant. It has been pointed out in the bill in itself which is approved by the Rajya Sabha, that of the work that has been allotted by the central government, state government, public sector undertaking, local bodies, local government, corporations, etc., 25% of the work has to be given to the MSME. It's a mandatory requirement that has been made in MSME Act 2006. As a result of which now, every person who is registered under MSME Act and is having a Udyog Aadhaar will be entitled, provided he satisfies the norms and coming in the various norms criteria that has been laid down, will be entitled to get the work from the government of India and the state governments are concerned. I can give my illustration in this category. In our chartered accountancy profession, there are big four chartered accountants firms who capture 99.99% work of the central government, state government, and all other public sector undertakings are concerned. Now, because of this amendment now, they will have to forego at least 25% of the work. And as a result of which, some other forms of chartered accountant will be getting this 25% work, provided they are registered with the MSME Act. This is not only in my case, even the doctors, engineers, lawyers, the small SSI industries in itself, they can get themselves registered. Recently, only a few days back, one Zoom pipe company, RCC manufacturer came and told me that this is the situation and he's having some good orders, which now he is not able to cope up with the situation. So he wanted some additional loan. So as a result of which, even the law is not passed, the public sector undertaking has started following the principle that has been upheld by the Act in itself, and the MSMEs, micro, small, medium enterprises, are now starting getting the good work from the government in itself. So rosy picture is there for MSME. Don't think that everything will be bad, but only thing is that we need to keep our life intact in itself. Then you can find out many things those would come in so far as the things are being concerned. One suggestion that I would like to make it out in this new scenario would be that you need to have a very, very, very good website. I am not saying only good site, a website. I am saying very, 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 very good website, which means that it should not only incorporate your information, but it should be attractive. Not only it should be attractive, but it should cover up micro to macro level information about the product that you are manufacturing, the prices at which you are going to sell, the manner in which you are going to transport, how the services will be available, how the after sale services will be available. This information should be so much complete that there should not be any a call from even the prospective customer or even from through an email, so that entire foolproof information is being given. Even the terms of the payment, the advance payment, etc. If you are in a position to get a payment gateway, that also could be a good thing to do that, giving a bank's name, then the account number, name, and many other things so far as the things are being concerned. Once you do this, then in that particular case, you can be called as a hi-fi network entrepreneur, and you can get good orders from the situation in itself. When you are getting an order, you should not have again a direct contact. You can have only through phones or through emails in itself. If you are thinking of having a direct interaction with the customer in itself, use the BlueJeans or Zoom or Skype option, electronic media, and especially as far as possible, you can think about one-to-one meeting, avoid one-to-one meeting in all scenarios. Now, the educational institution will be having a long impact on that. I'm not sure whether for the next 6 months, whether the colleges and schools will get reopened in itself or not. They will have to follow the methodology that has been followed by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, our parent institution, which has ultimately made it out all the seminars through webinars in itself, and all the lectures are being uploaded on the website of the institute in itself. In case you are not in a position to listen to the live lecture, you can listen to the lecture according to your available time, and accordingly can learn many things in the times to come in itself. So it has been suggested by the core team of the governor of Maharashtra in Pune, governor of Maharashtra in Mumbai, that in the next 2-3 months of time, this expert committee will submit its report. But they have pointed out that videos are required to be prepared of the school teacher. They are required to be uploaded on the website of the school in itself. And now, instead of coming to the school, you need to study at home in itself. So working from home and learning from home will be the new motto that you will have to learn in the times to come. This is available not only in the secondary school, even in the primary school or even the higher secondary school, this is required to be followed. I have already exceeded the time that has been allotted to me. Still more points are being there, but I don't want to continue because again, everywhere patience level is being there. And I have been teaching in so many colleges and I know the patience level at which I need to stop at. So giving a small and sharing a small story, I will conclude. The story is about only 2-3 minutes of time. Listen carefully. The scenario is not in India, but in United States of America. A guest was being invited and was asked to deliver a lecture for 45 minutes of time. It was a lecture, paid lecture, which means that you have to pay $10 and attend the lecture. The lecturer came, started delivering the lecture. 45 minutes was being over. He continued. He continued another 15 minutes of time, but still the lecture could not conclude. He continued another half an hour of time. As you know, in USA, all faces are whitish in itself. They started becoming pinkish, indicating that some anger was growing in the minds of the participants. But the lecturer did not stop. He continued for another half an hour. The pinkish faces started becoming reddish, indicating that the anger was on a boiling point. But the lecturer continued. All of a sudden, a person sitting on the last chair bench got up with potato type eyes, red face, started marching towards the dais, taking a revolver in his hand. The lecturer saw him and stopped delivering the lecture. The lecturer said to the concerned person, "Don't worry, I'm going to conclude in 30 seconds of time." But the person said, No, you continue. I'm not going to have an hindrance for you in itself. Then the lecturer said, "Are you are having a gun in your hand, you are marching towards the dais, you are having a red face and potato type eyes, looking towards me and the dais, marching towards the dais. Are you going to kill me when I am delivering a lecture so that in future I should never deliver a lecture?" Then the person said, "No, I am not going to kill you, but I am going to kill those who invited you over here in itself." So I don't want our Jeevan and Mr. Prakash Agrawal to be victim of it, but that is not a possibility, a remote possibility, because everyone is sitting in their own houses in itself. So I thank the president of the Rotary Club Belgaum, Jeevan Khatta, Prakash Agrawal, the secretary of the Rotary Club, the distinguished Rotarians who have listened to me patiently, and the invited guests who also were present during the course of my lecture in itself. So thanks a lot for inviting me, and thanks to my awesome sister-in-law who perhaps might be listening to me through the phone in itself. Thank you. Thanks to one. Thanks to all. Thanks, Rajendra, as well.
Thank you, Dilip Bhai. Now, we will take some questions if they are there. I think Dr. Madhav wants to ask a question. So, yeah, 1 minute. Over to you, Madhav. Please raise your hand if you have any question.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, my question is whether mutual funds we should continue investing And if we have already invested and had losses, is there any chance of recovery, and how soon will that recovery happen?
What an intelligent and best question that I was expecting has come from you. Good. That's the major issue that everyone is facing nowadays, and the recent articles that I have jotted down in various newspapers are talking on this particular point. Now, whenever you are making an investment, normally it should be of threefold. One, there should be a good return. Second, there should be a capital appreciation. And third, it should be tax-free. These are the three aspects which you need to keep it in mind. I will give one small instance so that you can understand this. Presume that you are having 10 lakhs of rupees in fixed deposit in bank. You are getting 7% interest. So 70,000 rupees has been saved by you for 5 years of time. So that is one way to look at it. Now, instead of that, you have invested this 10 lakhs of rupees in buying a small shop which has been given on rent to a banker in itself for ATM center. Now, while giving that to ATM center, they are also giving you 70,000 rupees per year, and the income is on common level. So, if you invest in fixed deposit, 70,000. If you are keeping 70,000, investing the 10 lakhs of rupees in ATM center, again 70,000 rupees is the rent. But now look at the point, after 5 years of span, fixed deposit 10 lakhs will be remaining the same 10 lakhs of rupees. Whereas the value of the ATM center, which was worth rupees 10 lakhs, will grow up to 25 lakhs of rupees in itself. That is called as capital appreciation. And the third part is that in case of the interest that you receive in fixed deposit, other than 50,000 for senior citizen, entire amount is taxable. And if you are in 30% bracket, you have to pay 30%. But in case of rent now, there is an initial deduction of 30%. And again, the taxes that what you be paying also will be tax free. So as a result of which, only on 70% income, the tax is being levied. So as a result of which now, the major thing that what you need to make it out, that only amount that is required to be paid is different, and the amount that has been covered is also different. So as a result of which, the revenue income, capital appreciation, and tax exemption, these are the three basic issues. The same thing applies not only to the ATM center, but also to the mutual fund is being concerned. So in the light of that, the question that has been raised by you, now I am answering. The answer to this particular question is that mutual fund, which were very, 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 very good for fetching good returns until last 5 years of being concerned, they were very good. But since February, March 2020, the entire mutual fund units value has decreased due to the crash in the share market in itself. You might be knowing that there is no option for mutual funds now, that the moment at which they collect funds, they have to get it invested in the stock market on the next day. So there is no option. They cannot invest somewhere else. The criteria that has been laid down is that if they collect 10,000 crores of rupees today, they have to invest 10,000 crores tomorrow in itself. So as a result of which now, the major thing that what you have to make it out is that mutual fund are otherwise with subject to market risk in itself. And there are no chances in the times to come that that they ever can become healthy in the next 1.5 years time is being concerned. SIP is being there, but again, the increase in the value of last 5 years income has already evaporated. So nothing is there in the mutual fund original price structure is being concerned. And I would rather advise you to remain yourself away for the next 1.5 years of time till the time vaccine is being identified. After that, you can continue your investment in this scenario in itself. Otherwise, mutual fund is just as good as like that of shares in itself. The issue of Franklin Templeton Fund, which is known to be the best mutual fund manager in the world in itself, ultimately they had to suspend their 6 very, very good schemes in itself worth rupees 28,000 crores. So in that case, I will suggest you to exert caution in the matter in itself rather than investing in mutual funds are concerned.
Anybody else, please raise your hand if you have any question, or chat, yeah, or type in the chat box. I cannot see all of you at a time, so please you can send a message to me in the chat if anyone wants to ask a question. Yeah, Nitin has a question. 1 minute, Nitin. Yes, Nitin, over to you.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello. Sir. Yeah, I wanted to ask the similar question. Hi, this is Nitin. I want to ask the similar question what Madhav has asked. See, right now the all the share prices have gone down. Like blue chips, all the blue chips have come down except Reliance has gone up. Have gone up now. Is it a right time, sir, if suppose someone is having money, if it is a right time to invest in the shares? Because if you wait for 1.5 hours, half years, the rates will go up again. So this is a crash rates like never it was never before. So is it a right time to invest in the shares? A little money or whatever.
No, if you are wealthy enough to sustain the shock that might creep up, then only you should go in for the mutual fund investment. Otherwise, at this particular stage, whatever total portfolio is there, you can think about investing 5% of the total portfolio in mutual funds. Don't invest more than
No,
5%.
not mutual funds, sir. It's shares. I'm asking about the shares, not mutual fund. The share
You're talking,
values of the companies have come down.
so you want to invest in shares. So
Yeah.
if you are investing in share, then only ensure that pharmaceutical shares are now in full swing. Till the time vaccine is being
Huh.
identified, till that time you can go in for
Huh.
cement industry or pharmaceutical industries only.
Huh.
Other than these two
Hmm. Hmm.
sectors in itself, I will not advise you to
Hmm.
go because other shares in the times to come are going to crash. Even the information
Hmm.
technology companies also, shares are
Hmm.
not advisable as they are
Hmm.
highly costly, and more than that,
Hmm.
there are chances that they are likely to come down because of the global scenario. Not that
Hmm. Hmm.
there will be a deterioration in India, it will be a
Hmm.
global deterioration because since 1929 of the big, you may call it as a
Hmm.
not a pandemic in the technical sense, big
Hmm.
economic scarcity that was there.
Hmm.
The same
Hmm.
thing has going to happen in now in 2020, and as a result
Hmm.
of which, the after effects, after shocks, will
Hmm.
be there for next 2-3 years of time to come. So I would not suggest you to go or venture for shares unless you are keeping a close eye on the day-to-day movement of the shares.
Hmm.
Because in order to have a success in the life in itself, three things are necessary: judicious planning, intelligent approach, and personal involvement. If personal
Hmm.
involvement is not there, you are not going to succeed. Even a common letter that what we write and what our assistant write, lot of difference you will find it over there in itself. Recently only I had asked one of my junior chartered accountant to prepare a thanksgiving letter to one of our president of the institute in itself. The way in which he wrote, ultimately I had to tear it down the entire letter and I had to redraft that letter in itself because the personal touch which was being there, that was found missing in itself. So three things are being required. So if you are confident enough to keep personal involvement in the activity of chair, go in for that because it will give you a windfall of profit or windfall of loss as well. So this is the situation that you can make it out. But today I can suggest the cement, that is the real industry, and the pharmaceutical industry will have a better sunny morning in the times to come.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dilip bhai. Now, one more question is from Rohit Deshpande. We have a guest here. He wants to ask a question.
Good evening, Rohit.
Good evening, Dilip bhai.
Yeah.
I'm not listening. I'm not getting his voice.
Rohit,
Can you hear me now?
Rohit, please be louder.
Can you hear me now, Dilip bhai?
Yeah. Now I'm hearing.
Okay, you mentioned about the term policies where
Yes.
the amount can be refunded. There was a different type of a policy.
Yes.
Can the existing term policies be converted to that policy?
No, term existing policy cannot be converted because once it is being there, then in that case, it is for a definite duration of time. Terms and conditions cannot be modified. So
Okay,
better you have that and your additional new policy wherein you can get your insurance premium back,
okay, okay.
because
Thank you.
that will solve the entire problem, because nobody knows, because life is not certain. Nobody knows whether we will